Um, okay. Well, on my preview at least, it doesn't show anything, but I'm going to have just opened up it on the second on my laptop next to me. So. Okay. Well, on my preview at least, it doesn't show anything. But okay, yeah, it seems like it's streamed beautiful. Okay, so my laptop next to me. Wait, actually, quickly switching back to the main menu, since I don't know why, but the resolution is lower than usually, and I'm going to quickly crank up the resolution so that we have full HD. And there we go. Okay, accept and deploy. Now that's the way the game should look, a lot better. Okay, so now jumping right into it. So now going quickly into the Discord as well, reminding, quick reminder. So everyone is, yeah, everyone, stream is, stupid mouse there. Okay, stream is on the way. Good. And so beautiful. Now we can start properly, the way it is planned. It's so weird that I cannot see anything in the preview window. That's so weird. But anyways, as long as it is streaming, everything else is secondary. That's not important. Okay, so welcome back to a new episode. Not really, but to a new stream in KSP. Beautiful game, right? Isn't it? So I'm actually not quite sure what we shall do today, but so if you have, by the way, any suggestions, I'm always happy to do what you guys want me to do. But yeah, so welcome to the stream, Corole Blay. Yeah, I've read that you got KSP under one of my videos. Congratulations on that. I really hope you enjoy playing it. So, do you have some sort of difficulties in the beginning? Because usually in the beginning there are a few hurdles. A Saturn V rocket. I have done this kind of close to that, at least in a previous stream. However, it's already quite some time ago, so we might as well do this. However, we will not go to the moon because a Apollo-styled moon rocket, well, Saturn V style, and so on and so forth, is already something that I've done, and there is, I think, a compilation video on the channel, so you can check this out if you're interested in a moon mission with Saturn V style. However, Saturn V rocket on itself is a good idea. You can use that as a launch vehicle. Then the question is, well, actually I have had an idea of doing something earlier. I wasn't sure whether to do it in a stream or in a video on itself. Now we'll be going to Moho. So I guess we will, since Moho doesn't need a lot of Delta V, we can use the Saturn V or the equivalent, the Joule 5, as our launch vehicle to get a lot of Delta V out of it in order to fly to Moho. Okay, so however, let's go with a Gemini type capsule, like the 2 Kerbal variant, I think. Hello and welcome to the stream, Joker aka Mr. Derguti. yeah, so let's actually quick have a look on the. Well, actually, let's smack first up a heat shield underneath of that thing, underneath the crew capsule. Reduce the later at least somewhat to save some weight, since that's always more than enough. Yeah. Next up, some sort of service stage. Decoupler here. Well, actually, not service stage, but rather this will be the return stage. So getting back from Moho, and I would suggest, I know that's probably overkill. Let's go with the Terrier. And then we'll go with one of these. Actually, let's go rather for a smaller decoupler, like the 1 meter size decoupler, going with a 1.87 meter fairing to make it look a bit more real. Well, you have a better shroud around it actually. And now the thing is, we'll build some sort of lander for Moho. And here I have to quickly check up on the Delta V maps. So if you're not sure how much fuel, aka Delta V, you need for one of your missions, just quickly Google Delta V map, and that's probably the first thing that will come out. So the Delta V map usually kind of go with 4,000 meters per second to get into Kerbin orbit, and then kind of you can go along with the map. And the map says that from Kerbin Escape you'd need around 800 to get into Low Moho. Oh, that's Mun, sorry, my bad. Moho, there you go. 2,000, between 2,500 and 700 meters, and then another 2,000 to get into slow down for Moho orbit. So that means we would need, after Moho orbit, which needs 1,000 on itself, around 3,500 ish. Let's go for 4,000. 4,000 seems like a yeah, okay, 4,000. This thing will never ever have 4,000 meters per second of Delta V. Great. Okay, well, in that case we'll have to build it in a slightly different approach. We could, of course, however, go for a docking type of maneuver. I was speaking of the. We have, what do we have? We have Kerbin, good. Actually, let's smack first full vacuum to have a look. Okay, so we have just under 3,000 meters per second, well, 2,800 meters per second of Delta V. This will get us pretty much an escape burn, a good escape burn from Moho. A good escape burn from Moho. So we still kind of, after getting into orbit, we need more than just this. So we probably need, well, except one kick-up stage and getting down to Moho as well. But speaking of getting down to Moho, let's first figure out, before we figure out the lander, we have to figure out how to get back, right? So I'd say there are actually now two options. I think we could go for this kind of fuel engine with the Cheetah. Then we'd have another 2,000, so we're around 4,000, and this will also be included in our landing stage. So what I mean with that is that we'll go for a let's go for a 6 booster core setup. with the FLT 800. Oh, is it FLT, right? Yeah, FLT 800 tanks, however, in the center. There we go. And with fuel lines, and now the fun part begins. Usually I'd say we can do an asparagus type of staging, however, since this is going do we really want to go for asparagus staging? No, let's just stick with a regular 2-step booster stage. Like the outer tanks will fill into the inner tanks kind of thing, without any additional complexity in launching. However, what's the this way, right? Thrust of you. So you have 2,000, beautiful. Okay, what's the TWR if we go for Moho? 0.99. So we do need at least some sort of additional thrust, and we need still some solar panels, batteries, science equipment, and so on and so forth. So we wouldn't be able to get around some additional engines anyways. There are actually now 2 options. Either we go for 6 Terriers, small mass, 130 kilos each, with 320 ISP, or for LV909 Terriers. There you go, LV909 Terriers with 340 ISP, 320. So the reasonable higher, but definitely higher ISP, triple the thrust, however 4 times the mass. That's the other option kind of thing. If we were to smack the Terriers down there, we'd have, yeah, still a decent amount of delta V and a very high thrust to weight ratio. Well, why not? Let's go with the higher thrust to weight ratio, but we will smack on 1 tiny fuel tank underneath, and that's because to have all the engine bells end at the same level, and now we can smack down some landing gear so that the landing gear won't be obstructed. Beautiful. Can start protected, obviously, and some struts for stability to the booster cores and between the booster cores as well. That's good. Now you can ditch those and now everything together, thanks. Then you can ditch those and we'll have more thrust from the central core. This stage should make it down to, let's have it again at the Delta V map. So if we can park this thing into low Moho orbit, into, well, not even low, like medium-sized Moho orbit is still good enough. And we'll have like this one to cover that cost, and this one to cover so as long as we more or less get it as long as we're captured, actually not quite captured but reasonably captured, so not the highest elliptical orbit, we can make it back from Moho with this craft. So this is beautiful. So as long as we have some fuel left before as long as we can do at least some deceleration in our previous stage, we'll be fine. Okay, that's beautiful. This is exactly the kind of safety margin that I like to have. Now, speaking of the burn to get to Moho, we'd need definitely slightly bigger stage. Now the thing is, where I'm starting to get, well, where I'm a bit unsure, because there are again 2 general options. This is like the one option that I really like, but the 1,000 meters per second, really, that's nothing. Like the idea being this is the service module type of thing, and then underneath we could build the Saturn V. Like that's the one too small. Here go, 150. And then we could build the... No, that's too big. There you go. And you and... Wait. This would be like the second... And the second stage has the same size as the first stage as far as I know. Set in 5, and the third stage is the small stage, and this is the small stage with this one. And then let's just quickly build at least the bases of the launch vehicle to get... Now we need the bigger ones, this one. And like this. And engine stage, the very big engine plate with 5. Was it 3? No, it's like 3, right? Yes, think they're triple stage. There you go. Now I can go for triple vector. Question is that enough thrust? Now I can go back to Kirby. No, that's 0.8 thrust. That's not good enough. In that case, Macedon or mainsail. Weight mainsail 6 tons. Weight 5 tons. Let's have a look. Will you have enough thrust? You'll have barely enough thrust, and you're the slightly lower thrust with slightly higher. No, wait. Oh, the island, that's the skipper. Sorry, my bad. The skipper. Here we go. This is the one. The mainsail. You have more. You have decent main thrust. Okay, so we can go with you as our second stage. Well, second stage 1,600 meters per second of delta V. That's that's really marginal. Let's just make in at least one additional fuel tank to give you 800-ish. Now we can go for a wrong button there. No, that's a small tank. Can go with one big and one additional. Come on, down there, down there. And now the skirt stage. And here we can smack down the regular type of thing. This one and U4. The question is, will you even produce enough thrust? No. Okay, so we will have to go for even more thrust than this. Yeah, great. We need more thrust. Let's actually go instead of this one in that case for quad vector setup in the center. This will be enough thrust at the very least. Yeah, just barely, but still enough thrust. But the delta V count still is by far not good. Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream, Blue Skies and Pilly Boy. No problem, no problem. You're at least in this stream, so that's already pretty decent, isn't it? So, just going to enjoy your presence here. This thing is really massive. That's really high. How high is it? 70 meters. Okay. First stage, second stage will get us into a high suborbital trajectory, and the third stage will have to smack us into orbit and orbital injection burn, and this will be not enough to get us down to Moho encounter. So I guess we will take you to the side and bring the payload down and modify this one, because we will not use the Wolfhound engine. Instead we will go with something, well, not special. There we go. This is just as a adapter, so no point really in, no need to have this part actually, just to make it look a bit better. We will go with a LVN stage. So we will make one core, and then we'll build out of the still the same tanks, obviously, the only liquid fuel tanks. We'll build around that and use the LVN rocket motor. This will definitely provide enough delta V. 2000. The thrust is obviously terrible, but the efficiency is great. Speaking of efficiency, this is 2000 meters. I guess I would still suggest to increase it by one more. So let's take you guys a bit down, increase the engine here. The one thing I was planning to do but still haven't done is adding these nose cones to make it a bit more. No, you haven't missed a lot. Just really, we are still in the construction, as you can see here. This is our payload, well, our return part, the lander part, the transfer part, and this is the launcher. And the launcher is supposed to be something close to Saturn V style. Close to Saturn V style, yeah. The only few things that we need to add are a couple of batteries, just a few small solar panels. Let's make them here, and a few on the boost, well, on these stages as well. Same goes for the batteries. And then the important, or one of the more important things, is radiator panels. Let's actually rather go for the thermal cooling system, and we will build 2 of these on each of the sides besides the engines, and the other radiator panels I probably won't need them on the main lander, but at least on this one we definitely will need them. That's for sure. This time I'm not going to forget the lights, landing lights. And what else do we need? Maybe small communication. No, not really, since we'll bring our Kerbals, so there's no point in having Communitrons. Still going to take these ones mainly as for decorative purposes, but whatever. I guess that seems pretty much it. Okay, let's count this thing through again. Then we'll smack down here a fairing. Before we smack it underneath a fairing, using struts here, using some struts there, and using some struts here, because struts are awesome. These ones are maybe a bit bad placed again. Okie dokie. So let's go this through again, and you two are in the same stage, thanks. Yes, we will totally bury half of the rocket underneath the floor. Yes, or build it in the wall. Come on, get out here. What's up with this thing? Come on. It is stuck underneath in the wall. Okay, good. Let's save it quickly. Moho Express. Save and open and load Moho Express now. Okay, thank you very much for not working. That's awesome. But anyhow. Oh, really? You still have Zoom classes? That's very What kind of joke is that here? Come on. We just... The rocket is standing next to the launch pad. And they haven't done anything. It is standing next to the launch pad. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, so... Thanks you too, I guess. And try to pay attention, I guess, is the only thing I can tell you there. Okay, so back to the thing. Okay, so the first stage, 1500 meters per second. Then we reach that, and we have the second stage under 1500 per second. Should bring us almost, not quite, but almost into LKO. Then we use this stage here to get us A into LKO and B start the transfer burn. I'm not going to finish it with this. Then we have this stage, and now the numbers are obviously for, how's it called, for ground level. There you go, atmospheric ground level. So yeah. Yeah, so actually let's jump back into the VAB and have a look at the values there. They are a bit more representative than this contraption here, but why are you in the wall? That's still freaking me out, okay? I mean, I can understand that you are tall. Come on, you can go up. Okay, good, and now you can go up even further. Okay, now my mouse is no longer working. Come on. Okay, at least we can see the bottom of... And there it goes again, beautiful. Okay, at least it's outside of the ground. This is so ridiculous. Okay, we cannot modify this rocket anyway, so I guess just have to launch it since there's now whatever. Whatever. We will see whether it will work or not. Okay, good, and we're still next to the runway, whatever. Let's just launch it and have a look. Okay, without fairings. Whatever, let's just go for it. Okay, and thrust to weight ratio 1.06. Yeah, this is a slow launching rocket, and I'd love to have some boosters. Launching this slow will ditch the stage before even hitting 10,000 meters above ground. And this is supposed to be the big massive stage that gets us pretty much half the way into orbit actually, and we've used almost half of our fuel already. I guess we'd need a new, more compact design. Let's try and fast forward this at least 2 times. This would be such a huge waste of fuel. My gosh. And wobbly. Yeah, extremely wobbly. The Kraken. Have you guys? Yeah, you have enough thrust. That's good. 1.15 with 0.5 is also very critical in terms of thrust. Oh god. They're pressing the wrong button all the time, M instead of time warp down. No, this seems just too bad. No, I'd like probably going to revert once we're in orbit, since too big discrepancy. We need more fuel from this stage than I actually expected it. I was hoping that we'd have around 1,000 meters per second once we are in orbit, but we will have less. Let's wait until we're at apoapsis. The apoapsis is just under 100k. Let's activate the lights to see at least something. Probably quite dark in YouTube. Let's have a look. Aren't there no comments? That's all a bit of shame, but whatever. And yeah, it is dark, but you can see it at least. Well, not really, no. No. Yeah, next time we'll launch definitely during the day. That's for sure. And we will be hitting orbit soon. There we are. Just a bit more, bit up. There you go, 70 and 100 probably. 70 to 120 with 1,000 meters per second. Of DV left for our insertion, this will just get us around the height of the apoapsis of the moon intersection before running out of fuel, and then 2,000 additional meters and another 2,000 for landing. Well, landing and deceleration. This is getting back into orbit, and this is to get back from MOHO. Back from MOHO is barely able. Well, this is okay after low orbit. Actually, actually after escape burn. Wait, what is it now? After getting into low MOHO orbit ish. Low MOHO orbit. Landing. Pretty much we'll use more than just this. So we need this one in as well. Wait. Oh no, this is ascent, sorry, my bad. This is ascent stage, this is descent stage. Ascent stage seems reasonable, descent stage is okay as long as we use at least something. And we are just short of, well, we need just a tiny bit of more fuel. Just a tiny bit. Have we drained this one? Yes, we have. Let's actually go for the... Let's go back into the VAB, and I want to do 2 small changes. If I could, that is. And change 1 is trying to get to close enough to this thing to add some boosters. Some SRBs, thumpers, kickbacks. No, these ones are the small ones. Are you the big ones? Yes. Wait, are you the very big ones? No, you're not the very big ones. You're the big ones. Let's just hope that... Great. I have no clue whether they are actually where I want them to be, but we're just going to count that they are. So we have some additional boosters in the launch. There's like one thing I want to change, and the other thing is get you out of the wall, but this is still not working. Great. If you're still not able to get you out of the wall, well, in that case, that's the only change we're going to do in that case. Well, whatever. Well, whatever. Okie dokie. The recording should still work, and then let's just take off. So this time we have, apart from the previous design, just added those 4 solid rocket boosters to get us off the ground a bit faster and get us moving. Get us moving. This is important, actually. Let me actually quickly check up on the sound, whether the sound level is too loud in the stream. This is something I'm not quite sure. Okay, no, everything seems fine. Now let's initiate our gravity turn, even though we are, well, I'm quite late to the party with that thing. And it is wobbling a bit. But everything's still in the acceptable range, except for my gravity turn, which was 6 kilometers too late. So the boosters are about to run out. There we go. Quickly cutting the throttle to get cleaner separation before engage. Okay, we still crashed one. But luckily no engine got destroyed. Beautiful. And I can just go pretty much horizontal, since our apoapsis is already more than high enough. But until we deplete the first core stage, it's still going to continue burning. Even if it's not the most efficient. Just why not? And 3, 2, 1, and she's empty. Going to ditch it. Ditch it like that, and I can coast up. Oh yeah, I know what, I actually forgot to smack onto this thing. Some RTS thrusters. Meh. Could be worse. Okay, now I just overshot the apoapsis. Let's turn our massive thing around. And now, thanks to those SRBs, we can actually have a better approach. Better performance, decently better performance out of the first 2 stages. And what I mean with that is we will probably, well, not quite, well, actually we'll probably hit orbit with this stage and have the entirety of the next stage as our transfer stage, and that's beautiful. Oh wait, one thing I totally forgot to check on is transfer windows. Moho transfer window. There we go, that's beautiful. Picture here. Okay, now this is not showing what I wanted to show me. Oh, and we fell back into the atmosphere. That's not so good. Let's pull up our nose higher and have a look at the map view. Yeah, we're just about to hit orbit. Yeah, let's coast again a bit. Okay, yeah, this will take a while. So let's have actually a look while we are coasting towards Apoapsis. How our situation concerning transfer window looks like, and it looks pretty bad. So we have to wait until Moho is over there. Okay, so it looks like the thing is ready. You can just do a small puff here and raise up periap. Okay, we're still not quite at Apoapsis, my bad. And this one should be actually by the way, this one should be renamed with another icon, A, and B. The video concerning this spacecraft will come out, I think tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not quite sure. Either tomorrow or Saturday, and then the other day, kind of Friday or Saturday, will be a new XCOM 2 video. So you can look forward to that. Especially this mission. This was a really nice mission. But anyways, now we can just wait. This is just, this nav ball is just glitching out. Beautiful. No, that's terrible. But the Moho window is about to, wait, let's have a look. Just a bit more, and stop. Yeah, approximately like that if you're going to eyeball it. Now, we are going into the center of the solar system. So we will go and burn retrograde compared to Kerbin's orbit, and I'd say we need more power. Okay, like this, probably. This should get us close to. Well, I don't know if that is actually close. Let's have a bit better angle. No, this is still not close enough. This is getting close. Now, let's see if we can improve the angle. Yes, we can. Like this. This should give us a boost of a few. There we go. Now I can save a couple 100 meters. Yep, I saw the marker. I saw the marker just flashing there. No, maybe the other way around. And this is exactly what I usually cut out in my videos, because fiddling around with maneuver notes does take a while. Now, we will have to do a mid-course correction, I guess that's obvious. So we can, there you go, our plane, and we will actually be too late. That's weird. The transfer planning toolie type of thing exactly says that the just a bit more than 90 degrees. Well, we are here. So if this is 90, well, like this 90 degrees, straight line, it is, and then just a tiny bit further to the right side of it. So we are pretty good actually in terms of transfer window. That's why I'm not quite sure why this shows us that we are too late to the party. could probably do something here as well. Slow down a bit, slow down. The question is, what is more efficient? Yep, inward, definitely inward by quite a lot. Stupid time, I didn't want to, just want to drag this one here. There you go. Oh boy, this will be a huge amount of fuel expending here. But anyways, on to our maneuver node in T minus 13 minutes. Burn in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we can just do a small puff to start moving our craft towards the maneuver node, since, like I said, I forgot to bring some RCS. And hello and welcome to the stream, Andrei Richkov. Yes, I do. I like Kerbal Space Program as well as you love it, probably. So, welcome to the stream. I hope you can enjoy it. And I hope I wasn't too late with reading the comments, since I haven't been in the comment window for now a couple of minutes, so sorry about that. So let's see if there will be an answer. So from anyone, please feel free to type something down in the comments below. Since now during the interplanetary travel time / burn time, yeah, I can pay attention a bit more to the comment section compared to when launching the rocket itself and during the landing approach or the final moments during the landing later on Moho. Let's actually reload quickly this tab here, and okay, still no comment, that's a shame. Well, anyways, closing into our burn countdown in 25 seconds. And we will probably be close to that burn mark. We're at least burning already into the right hemisphere. So, okay, it's time for the burn. Let's ignite our engines and do the rest with our gimbal. Slightly slow it down and just go for prograde rather, actually, since the entire first burn is prograde. 3, 2, 1, and next stage, ignition. Beautiful. Let's actually do a quick screenshot here. Oh, wrong button, sorry about that. I have pressed F2 again, oopsie. So yeah, this is a, what is it? Okay, we have more thrust to weight ratio. No. Not really. The opposite, actually. Let's increase our warpy time warp. 10. Okay, now we are leaving the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Slowing down time warp. Engine cut off. Actually, let's just leave it the way it is. And yeah, this is a very expensive burn. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is really expensive. Can we do something about this? Yep, there we can. No, it's 1 meter per second that we can change there. That's why Moho is such a, well, difficult. I wouldn't say difficult in terms of actual maneuver notes, and so getting there, but more the fuel requirements are, I think, don't quote me on this, please, but I think they are higher compared than to Joule. Well, the hardest part about Moho is actually slowing down once we are there, because we will be going so ridiculously fast, since we will be falling pretty much straight down into the sun, into Kerbal, and yeah, like yeah, that's it. We'll be pretty much falling straight into Kerbal by that time, and our orbital velocity will be probably around 4,000 meters per second, and we have to slow down using 2,000-ish, if not more, to get out. And I'm really thinking about, at the moment I'm considering using gravity assist off from Eve on the way back out, actually. Well, we'll have a look at our fuel levels once we've landed, but well, landing won't be a problem. We'll definitely have enough fuel for that, but the return trip, this is what I was actually a bit concerned, or this stage generally, because we will use up half of the 8th stage of the nuclear stage, half of this fuel, and this is actually the fuel that was supposed to be used up only slowing down at Moho. But anyways, we are flying now to our maneuver now without further talking and waiting, and anyways. Now leaving the sphere of influence of Kerbin, and we are zipping towards a maneuver node. Actually, the only thing really zipping around is Moho, not our spacecraft, but whatever. Details. 5, 2, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hour, 1 hour. Okay, 1 minute, that's not an issue. And go. Okay, we are closing into engine ignition of the nuclear engines and extension of the solar solar array, but rather from the radiators. I'm quickly going to check up on something. Give me just a second. Okay, so continuing with deploying our radiators. So they are here. We brought them with us, not only for the looks, but as well since the nuclear engines produce a lot of heat and we're getting closer to the star. We need to kind of get rid of all the heat. So now 4 times regular speed, and the burn will still take a minute. Well, actually 5 minutes, so we're down to like 1 minute, yeah. 1 minute and a bit. Okay, so things are looking okay, I guess. Yeah, the only thing I'm really concerned about is the fuel levels. The fuel levels are definitely bad. This burn is bigger, a lot bigger than I expected. Definitely a lot more fuel expended on this than I was hoping. Let's get really close and comfy to Moho here. 27 kilometers now, we can do better. 13. That seems reasonable. That seems really reasonable. Okay, now this is kissing Moho here. 6 kilometers, beautiful. Now, and you can see the radiators slightly being glowing just a tiny bit, so that's why we brought them. And now, let's fall down. And zooming out here. Wait, did we just zip past already? Like, what kind of joke is that? Come on. I haven't pressed any of the time warp buttons, but we still flew past Moho. Because I guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I was hoping for the sphere of influence transition to slow us down and then have a look. So we're going to pass here and now slowing down, but manually. Manually. God, we are flying really fast. Okay, now the manual, the automated slowing down transition thingy works. And now passing into this sphere of influence of Moho. Now you can have a look at Moho here. We're flying at 6,000 meters per second. Gosh, and we need to brush off everything. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is looking very bad. Like, this will use up our entire next stage, and this is not what was planned for. Guess we can already prepare for a rescue mission, right? Coming closer fast. That's it. Here we go. Come on. Retrograde, come on. Not prograde. Will you please turn yourself retrograde? I guess we can reload again, since we will be flying way too far. You can be shut down. There we go. Boy, oh boy, we are flying so ridiculously fast, boy. I guess this is really a goal for F9. Look at this. We're just zooming past the surface while it's burning at full thrust without even any change, not even the single small change. Well, that calls for F9. Okay, again. This time I'm going to quick save once we hit the SOI of Moho. Three, two, one. Let's go for one quick save here. Now let's turn ourselves already towards Moho. There we go. Like retrograde to Moho. Let's say we will burn once we... Wait, we are only 800... Okay, 800,000. Yeah, 200,000. Let's go just a tiny bit closer. Really, 200,000. This is like high, just barely high orbit above Kerbin. Come, let's fly a bit closer. Yeah, that's probably close enough. 700,000. No wait, 200,000 is here high above Kerbin. So as you can see here on the map, we're getting closer quite fast still. And we will be ditching this entire stage before we'll be even close to slowing down enough. I'm really concerned what the fuel levels are saying, because I wasn't expecting a 4,000 meter burn, I was expecting a 2,500 meter burn, but not a 4,000 meter burn. Now we're closing here. We are still burning. And flying past Moho. Even though we were burning already for quite a while before even getting close to Moho. I hope Moho has not given us a boost. Well, that's shit. Let's have a look. Say there's target Eve. No, we're definitely not going to cross Eve, okay. On the next turn. Turn, I mean like... There you go. Maneuver. Okay, so if once we're here, let's have a look here. What do we have to do in order to get an encounter with Moho again? This is weird. This can't be true. That can't be true. No. Well, let's just fly quickly out of the sphere of influence of Moho. There we go. Set as target. There we go. So there we have our second encounter with Moho. Okay, good. On to the next maneuver node. And I guess we will more than just definitely, we won't be able to do anything about it without having the Eve assist on our way back. Turning towards the target. Still using up a quarter, just under a quarter of our fuel. Okay, beautiful. On to Moho again. Now smooth slightly radial in. Twenty minutes out. Explosions. Okay, so we have 2000 meters per second, and this will not even be close, not even be remotely enough. Just like 5000 meters per second, beautiful. To get us into an orbit around. I don't like this, and I am going to look for a second solution. Here, since we are already on our way and on a good collision course, good course with Moho, if we're going for Eve. But before we go for Eve, obviously we'll go and fly through Moho. Speaking of Moho, next time we're going to fly by Moho on the other side of Moho. There we go. Let's actually have a look flying right next to Moho. What are the speed requirements? Maybe delta V requirements. 5,000 meters. That's just sick. Down to the 5th stage. Or the 5th, this stage here. This is our landing stage. This is just supposed to be. At least slowing down a bit, that's fine. But Moho really is very eccentric. How do things even look here? Probably be able to ditch the stage before leaving Moho. And this is why we need the radiators. Boy, oh boy. Oh wait, what? Wait. We were actually hitting something. You should pay attention to your altitude gauge, right? Okay, fourth. So we definitely have to go for 2. Wait, where are we? Oh, we already look. Yes, very good. But I actually have a pretty funny idea right now. This seems really unreasonable, I know. If we were to set as target. $5 degrees. 3 degrees. Closing in. Okay, so we need to burn up. In other words, if we were to go underneath, Moho, how would this affect our exiting orbit? And then we could go for a ridiculous plane change maneuver here. Not that ridiculous plane. I'd be too fast anyways. Could you use a plane change here? This seems good. Well, in that case, let's go. And do this. Flying just past Moho. Beautiful F5. Now let's have a look to Moho. There we go, flying past Moho. Okay, now doing this correction burn here at the ascending node. And we are at 4 times speed, beautiful. This will take a while, however. Probably using just barely all of, not quite, but almost the entire fuel we have left. That's good at this stage. No, wait, is that Eve? No, that can't be Eve over there. No way. Let's have a look here. These plane change maneuvers really use up a ridiculous amount of fuel. Do 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 do. Okay, now things are starting to get closer. Actually, probably burning there would make more sense. Would have made more sense. But whatever. No, you overdid it quite a bit, whatever. There we go, now have a look at this one. Where do we want to go? That's the question. That seems like a good flyby. That seems really like a good altitude. Maybe not altitude, but back it up a bit too much. Back. Yeah, 100 kilometers. That seems fine. It's fine by me. We can go for yelling counter. That's exactly what we're going for. And there we're flying in the background. Okay, 3, 20, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1. Okay, well, that's not really that big of an issue. There we go. Okay, now we're overshooting quite a bit. You need to correct our orientation to burn down south, or is north. Well, then that was too much. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, that was the mistake with the four times regular speed thingy. Okay, this is not bringing us closer in as well. There we go. Let's stop with the 4 times maybe. This brings us further away, so let's go for the retrograde in that case. Just waiting until this thing turned around really is slightly annoying. There we go, this gets us closer. Well, let's leave it at 700 kilometers, that's fine. Be able to figure something out of that. What will be a new orbit? Pretty much the same. Let's try it again. Don't really like to leave things that bad. Look at this. Wrong button there. Trusting in the maneuver node. That's, I guess, good. That's fine. That's a lot better. Just going to fly totally retrograde or whatever. Into Gili. Oh gosh, why am I always overshooting my bloody target? And because I totally forgot about a... How is it called? Save. Quick save when you don't have the option to go back, since I forgot to use my quick saves. Beautiful, we can use up pretty much all our fuel again. Now closing in. There we go. Let's select Gili as a target. Let's wait and find out over here at Alplaps actually. We at least have something going on there. Okay, so close approach there, and then flying backwards. That's it. Um, let's just say it this way. Tiny bit of gas. Hmm. Yo, Black-Eyed Phantom, and welcome to the stream. What do you mean with am I in a wind tunnel? So the other option, I could as well just make it first of all stable, and then trying to get something from this point here. Right, wrong. There you go. Nah, but this would be just completely ridiculous. What is our total speed up here? So this does not really cost that much more in terms of fuel, and we'd be in a more reasonable approach vector. And there we have a pretty close encounter. Beautiful. Wait, what just happened? No, perhaps. You know, let's just delete this maneuver node and just redo this one again. There's a ton of static in this stream. Wait, let me actually quickly let's warp here, come on. And I'm going to quickly shut down the background here so you can check out the stream here. Let's redo this one again. Is there? I can't really hear anything reasonably. There's like small static in the background. Yes. Wait, let me actually quickly. Let's warp up. But yeah, and now when the game sound is turned off and I'm just listening to the stream, I kind of get what you mean. But this is just probably. Well, this is just from the microphone itself. Since I've turned up the volume at which it records quite a bit, because otherwise I'd be always, even though speaking quite loud, I'm still compared to the game sound which is turned down to maybe 10% or so. Still very low volume, so you can't pretty much understand me. So that's why I've turned up the sensitivity of the microphone so high up. But well, this is probably the biggest reason why, since I've actually realized that in one of my previous videos where during the recording of the audio, well, of my commentary, the sound was really low, and then I turned up the microphone volume, then it was better. However, there's like the small background noise, obviously. This is a shame, I agree, but this is well, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me at all, and this would be even worse, I think. Now we're flying this way. Turn. This is even making things worse. $30 off, 33 degrees off, 29, so just leaving it like that. 28, 30, so you can do something. 28. Okay, like 28 is pretty much the closest we can get this to. Now my microphone is like you said there, like I explained, is on a very high setting, because otherwise I'd be you could barely understand me. So yeah, that's kind of the downside. Either I am too low, too quiet, or the microphone is just. Yes, well, you can check out the the channel I have been uploading for an entire month, so you've missed out on a couple of decent videos. But yeah, my military service ended, so that's why I'm back to my regular pre-military content. Wait, which one is it? This one. This is again a huge amount of fuel expenditure. Wait, didn't I do something else in the previous before I deleted all the maneuver nodes? It was like this, I think. Turning a bit more until they intersect here, and then slowing down and plane adjustment. Now this will send us into planetary again, pretty much. Yeah, it's a bit more than two. Ah, there we have something. It's a bit longer than 2 weeks ago, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed the new content. So, and by the way, if you ever have some requests or something, I'm always happy to do what my viewers like to see. That's another 300 meters per second. Come on, isn't there some cheaper way out of this? Or we can just make an orbit here and wait until we hit Gilly. We'll need to, how's it called, adjust our orbit to Gilly anyway, since the gravity of Gilly is pretty much non-existent. Anyways, and then we'll be on our last stage. So I guess next mission will be rescue mission. As things look right now. For now. Still no to the node, even though it looks so close. And we ran the fuel, beautiful. We could, of course, in theory, land on Eve. Since we do have a parachute and some heat shield. After visiting, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Going to go to Gilly now. Yeah. Well, the original plan was actually to go to Moho, but flying by Moho and realizing that we need double the amount of delta V that I expected we'd need to slow down, and you know, kind of, we are in a ridiculously fast trajectory there. So, and one more pass. No, one more pass, come on. And then I'm going to have a look at the next pass here once we're through. Good. No, this is not going to change anything really. Yeah, like I said, we were on our way to Moho, flew past it, made now an encounter with Eve, and yeah, we didn't have enough thrust weight and fuel to go. Oh no, I totally forgot the maneuver node. Great me. I should pay attention to the game and not to talking, I guess. So, let's go here and just increase our orbit a bit until we hit on the shore Gilly. And yeah, now at least doing something interesting instead of just saying, well, whatever, fail, let's visit some other body. And why are you so bogging around? Really, that annoys me. You going to do plane change. Too much plane change. Good. Maneuver node, and now we're going to use the warp to next maneuver node to not mess the time warp thingy up again. And there we go. And pressing the X button right next to the Z key is kind of difficult, as it seems. Good. Now go into time warp so that the thing is not bugging around. Okay, so here, what can we do here? We'll be too slow, so next turn is the only real way. Probably wait, if we were to do this, these markers are just annoying the crap out of me. That's the other option, Control and Shift, yeah, of course. No, wait, let's I have an idea. Just going to do something really wasteful fuel bar. I can't figure out a good way, a good maneuver to get us closer to Gilly. So, just going to increase our orbital span. And see how things work out over time. Okay, we're getting further apart, that's not good. And maybe actually not just burning probe rate, but rather make this make more sense inward. To adjust our orbit more to the orbit of Gilly. Good. Now we're getting further apart. Okay, let's wait until we're getting closer again. Good, and now we're on opposite sides. Good, now with this... No, it's still too far, can't really work out with that. There we go, now that's what I was actually waiting for. So, who's further ahead? Just need a change in this direction. There we have it, we kind of finally. Come on. There, okay, good, there we go, now just warping until... Let's use a quick save in the meantime. Do a quick save. To not overshoot everything. And... Good, great. Where's Gilly? Let's fix on Gilly. Why are you glitching out, really? Let's undo this again. Can you please tell me why you're not... Okay, maybe selecting the right thing is also... There you go. I'm not even changing our velocity by a meter per second. Gilly is such a pain. Good, now we're not going to do anything, we're just going to warp here. And again glitching around. Gilly, you little tiny rock. Space dust, actually. It's more space dust. Can we see Gilly already? Yeah, there's Gilly. Yay! Now you can just fly next to Gilly. And step on the brake pedal. Oh. Yeah, that makes no real sense to turn the thrusters on before even entering the sphere of influence of Gilly. Details. But yay! There we go, let's just land in this area here. With 1 meter per second, beautiful. This is an actually interesting question. If you fall like straight down into Gilly and have some really sturdy parts, are you even going to die? You just have to exit the time warp thingy before hitting Gilly proper. Again, you can hit it on the, how's it called, regular physics mode, and then you probably won't die since you're not going that fast. There you go. This direction is where I want to go. There it's light and you can see something. But with 4 times regular speed, this is really slow. Whoa. Okay, great. That's radial lane, right? Surface, there you go. Okay, beautiful. Just wait until this takes forever to slam down into the surface. But yeah. Let's think. At least we have a successful landing on Gilly. That's good. That's fine. It's really nice. 3 meters per second is too fast. No, this is nice and slow touchdown here. Just going to land here. It's like boink. Got it. Stay down. Good. Right. No, not floating away. Standing down. Planting a flag for a screenshot. Gilly. Okay, good. So, why are you... Well, whatever, I'm going to give it up. This is it. Come on. Look this way. Look this way. Yeah. Okay, well in that case, if you don't want to, there we go. Do we have Eve somewhere in the backdrop? Nope. Okay, whatever. Let's do a nice screenshot here and jump back into the command module, because you two are now stranded. Congratulations on being stranded, actually. But yeah, so this mission definitely did not go according to plan, but at least we landed somewhere, somehow, somewhat safe, and at least this one is positive. So we might as well do a rescue mission in the next stream, or in the Kerbal Space Program regular episode. But anyways, this stream was now going on for quite a bit longer than I actually planned. Actually, half an hour longer than planned, but anyways, the important thing is that it was at least somewhat interesting. So on this note, thank you guys very much for watching, and until next time, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and